Steelers move the market and receive important reinforcements. The Pittsburgh Steelers continue to work hard to strengthen the roster before the 2025 NFL Draft and are already looking at players who can make a difference next season. Last Friday, the team received one of the most explosive running backs in college football for a pre-draft visit and, in addition, has a meeting scheduled with a veteran 9-time Pro Bowler who can bring experience and physical power to the team. Before the news, subscribe to the channel and comment on what you think of these additions by the Steelers. Steelers host Dylan Sampson for pre-draft visit and evaluate possible backfield reinforcements. With the 2025 NFL Draft approaching, the Pittsburgh Steelers continue their search for new talent to strengthen the roster. This Friday, the team hosted Dylan Sampson, running back from the University of Tennessee, for a pre-draft visit at the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex. He is among the top 30 prospects that the franchise may closely analyze before the big event. Sampson, just 20 years old, stood out last college season and is projected as a second-day draft pick. In 2024, he had an exceptional performance, rushing for 1,491 yards and scoring 22 touchdowns, averaging an impressive 5.8 yards per carry. His historic campaign not only broke Tennessee's record for most rushing touchdowns in a single season, but also earned him the prestigious SEC Offensive Player of the Year award and a first-team All-SEC selection. Since arriving at Tennessee, Sampson has shown steady improvement and an increasingly important role on the team. As a freshman, he showed promise by recording 58 carries for 397 yards, 6.8 yards per attempt average, and 6 touchdowns. As a sophomore, his playmaking increased, and he finished the season with 106 carries for 604 yards, 5.7 average, and 7 touchdowns. This progression culminated in a spectacular 2024 campaign that placed him among the top prospects at the position in the draft. The Steelers' search for a new running back became a priority after Najee Harris left for the Los Angeles Chargers in free agency. However, the franchise has already added 2 names to the roster to fill the position. Jaylen Warren, 5 feet 10 inches and 215 pounds, received a second-round tender to remain with the team. Kenneth Gainwell, 5 feet 10 inches and 215 pounds, was signed as a free agent. With that, the physical profile of the team's running back group follows a similar pattern. For this reason, some analysts believe that the Steelers may choose to select a larger player in the draft to complement the group and diversify the backfield style of play. However, the Steelers are not ruling out any possibility and are conducting a detailed analysis of all available options. One factor that may weigh in favor of Sampson is the uncertain future of the team's current running backs. Both Warren and Gainwell are on contracts that expire after the 2025 season, meaning any player selected in this year's draft has a good chance of taking over as the starting quarterback in 2026. If the Steelers really want to lock up a talent for the future, Sampson could be the right choice. Steelers reunite with 9-time Pro Bowler in free agency and seek to strengthen the offense. While the Pittsburgh Steelers await Aaron Rodgers' decision on his future in the NFL, the franchise remains active in the free agency market to strengthen the roster. Earlier on Tuesday, the team secured the retention of Mason Rudolph, who is expected to occupy the role of backup quarterback in 2025. But the Steelers' moves don't stop there. In addition to ensuring depth at the QB position, Mike Tomlin's team is turning its attention to other strategic areas of the roster. One of the focuses now is to increase the physicality of the offense, and to that end, the team welcomed a heavyweight visitor, fullback Kyle Juszczyk, a veteran 9-time Pro Bowl selection. If there is one characteristic that defines the teams led by Mike Tomlin, it is physicality. Since taking over as head coach in Pittsburgh, he has established a competitive and physical DNA for the team, something that is essential to success in the AFC North, one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. However, in a 28-14 loss to the Baltimore Ravens in the wild card round of the playoffs, the Steelers appeared to lose the physical battle, something that is rare for the franchise. Now, the team appears determined to correct that flaw and add more power to the running game, and Juszczyk could be a key part of that process. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Steelers are bringing in Kyle Juszczyk for a free agency visit on Thursday. The player, who will soon turn 34, was recently released by the San Francisco 49ers after 8 seasons with the California team. Despite his age, Juszczyk remains one of the best fullbacks in the NFL. During his time with the 49ers, he stood out not only for his ability to open up the running game, but also for being an excellent receiver and a versatile piece of the offense. The fullback was a key part of San Francisco's successful running game, which finished last season with the 7th best yards per attempt average in the NFL. In addition, Juszczyk has accumulated a total of 2,040 yards and 17 touchdowns receiving, in addition to 205 yards and 5 touchdowns rushing. If signed, he could play a crucial role in the Steelers' offense, providing elite blocking for Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren, as well as becoming another option in the passing game for the starting quarterback. Juszczyk's visit is part of a broader effort by the Steelers to strengthen the roster after a disappointing playoff run that saw them eliminated in the wild card round. In addition to the interest in the former 49ers player, the team also recently brought in Tennessee running back Dylan Sampson for a pre-draft visit. With these moves, it is clear that the Pittsburgh Steelers are determined to return as a dominant force in the AFC. Kyle Juszczyk's experience and versatility could bring a new dimension to the team's offense, as well as help bolster the team's physicality in tougher games. The fullback's fate is not yet sealed, but his possible arrival could represent an important step for the Pittsburgh Steelers to strengthen themselves and enter the 2025 season with a more balanced roster prepared to compete for greater heights. In the meantime, fans eagerly await the franchise's next moves in the offseason.